This is a segment we do every year where Chris Brockman, throughout the year, when you or I or any of us in this room say something that sounds like the name of a fantasy team or a 3-word phrase or something, we say, write it down.
A lot of times it's callers and guests, though. That
sometimes it's just anybody. It's not just us. Anybody.
If
you say, write it down.
Write it down.
And so that list is
extensive.
It's extensive.
There's like 50 names.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Chris doesn't really keep them in order, Rich. He writes them on different pages.
His file system is lacking.
papers.
It's wanting. It's wanting.
It's not great.
So then we cull it down to a more reasonable amount. This time around, it's 8.
Yep.
And then we put it in a bracket form where you've seeded the team names,
I
right?
did.
1 through 8.
I'm excited. I haven't seen this at all.
And then we go bracket by bracket, run through it, and the person who eliminates one and takes one phrase and has it survive and advance until we boil it down to our fantasy team name is somebody who's a diehard fantasy player, diehard Chiefs fan, and one of my favorite human beings on planet Earth. And I think that goes for everybody else. The great Paul Rudd back here on the Rich Eisen Show. How you doing, Paul?
Oh, Rich. What a great intro.
Thank you, sir.
I'm crazy about you. I'm crazy about all you guys over there.
Thanks, Paul.
By the
Good to
way,
hear your
I
voice,
just
Paul.
came on. I was just, I'm a little late tuning in, but it's just so good to hear you guys once again talking about Oren O.J. Juice Jones, singer of The Rain.
I saw you.
Oh, I forgot.
Yep, absolutely. We forgot about that. That's why you're here, Paul, to help fill in the blanks.
Walking in the rain.
You are
And
our
it's nice
safety
to
net.
know he can still get a sweet.
He's still got juice. Hey! Thank you. All right, before we get to the task at hand, I do want to give you the floor on your Chiefs, who I think just scored again on the Arizona Cardinals. Man, they looked amazing. What are your 2 cents on that, Paul Rudd?
Well, it was really exciting to see.
Mm-hmm.
I must say I missed most of the fourth quarter because they cut away here in New York. The game was broadcast, and then they cut away to a more competitive game, as they said, and they cut back to Chargers and Raiders. But so I actually missed most of the fourth quarter, as did most of the people in the country who were watching the game. So that was a bit annoying. But I saw most of it, and it was great. It was really exciting to see, them moving the ball around so much, people stepping up. That field was rough. The injuries always get me concerned. It's like you can only get so excited, but Mahomes. Look, Josh Allen he's incredible. He's great. He's amazing. And all the talk, it was just nice to see the Chiefs come out and kind of be great.
They call it a statement game, Paul, don't they? They call it a statement game. I think that's what they call it.
Everyone's looking to, say this is a statement game. They put whatever they put on it. But I hate even talking about the Chiefs. I'm so superstitious that I don't even like commenting on any of this kind of stuff. But I will say,
yes,
since I love Nick Bolton, and I think he's great, and I've loved him since we drafted him, and he was awesome. It was great to see Jody Fortson get a touchdown, who I think, for Chiefs fans, and we followed everything that has happened in his career going down last year with the injury. It's great. Great.
Paul Rudd here on the Rich Eisen Show. Let's get to the fantasy stuff. Let's establish your bona fides for those who may not be familiar. How many fantasy teams do you have? How many leagues are you in right now this year, Paul?
I don't even know, Rich. It's too many. I had guys playing yesterday that I didn't even realize I had playing. That's how many leagues. But I think I would imagine many of your listeners it's like this. You're in a few leagues. You really have one or two that you really care about.
Yes. Yeah.
So I have like one league is my main league, and then this other one which is a keeper league of and those are probably my two. Those are the two that I kind of mind the most. And
we're in the one with that Latrulio asked us all to be in. We didn't know who was in it until the rosters all filled up, and then the draft took 6 days. That happened. And then there's no pickups. There's no waiver wires. Your team is your team. The best ball league.
By the way, love the best ball league. I'm so down with it because you get all of the fun of drafting, and none of the headache of having to set your lineup.
That's right.
Good point.
It's the greatest. It's the greatest. You can't do anything. You have to just. I'm way down with this. I did this. I've done this now for 2 years, and I think it's the best. And you can be in like 100 of them, because once the season starts, you don't even have to look at it. You don't have to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. It's great.
And
yeah.
Yes, I think you're at Paulie Jukes in that league. That's your name. You're Paulie Jukes.
Put me at.
Okay,
yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
And what's your team name in the league that you want to win? What's the name there? Because again, you're fantastic at naming your teams as well. Which one you got? Which one is this?
Well, the two that I care about, the one is the keeper is I think I told you I was a floral moment.
The floral moment. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. The floral moment.
Which I think I maybe told you this.
Go ahead.
Because I didn't really change it. I haven't changed it yet. I saw it on like one of those real estate shows. Mm-hmm. That comes from there was the First Look, New York or L.A. or whatever it is. And and there was a designer showing a house. Mm-hmm. And it was such, it was just so pretentious and everything. And it came to this little area. It was just like a blank wall, and it was like separating like the living room and the kitchen. And he said, "This is a wonderful place for a floral moment."
So you wrote it down, and then you named your team.
I screamed at the TV and said, "You mean flowers?" I got so upset. Mm-hmm. That I just named it. That's the name of my fantasy football team, yeah.
And then the other one is that the one named after the famed actress Judi Dench, or you've changed that? Okay.
Yeah.
And the name of that?
Going back to just Dench.
Exclamation point, right? Dench.
Have to have the exclamation point.
Okay.
It doesn't work without the exclamation.
Okay. So there you go. That's Paul Rudd's bona fides to be the person that he is for the role that is important for us that he's about to fill once again here on the Rich Eisen Show. I need NFL Films music, Mike Del Tufo, please. It's now time to get to it. Paul, we've got 8 phrases that have been uttered on this show over the last year. They were putting the full list up on the screen right here, 1 through 8. And I will name them off to you and then walk you through bracket by bracket. The 1 seed is ear-holing Hoculi. Ear-holing Hoculi. Number 8 is liquid intake management. What was that about, Chris? What was that about? Do we remember what that
Honestly, no idea. They both could be Tom Brady. Not sure.
The 4-5 is very competitive. Tastes like victory versus spasm of insanity.
Tastes like victory.
And spasm of insanity. I'll walk through it again one by one, but just revealing right now.
I'm writing these down.
Okay. Number 3 versus 6. Height of Zimmerness. I think this is when Mike Zimmer was just being completely obstinate about something. That was the height of Zimmerness.
Might have been Kellen Mond.
Could have been Kellen Mond. You want to see Kellen Mond play in Week 18? Nope. Why? I've seen enough of him. Number 6. This is great. I have a feeling this is going to be the upset at the 6th seed.
Don't lead the witness.
Joey Chestnut's colonoscopy. That's number 6. Okay. Number 2 is the Cowboys fans, whenever a backup quarterback comes in, they've got scars of DiNucci. That's number 2. And then that's number 7, Lombardi Lenny's water weight. Those are the 8, Paul. Those are the 8. Let's start with the 1. Are you ready to go bracket by bracket here?
Hold on, wait. Water weight.
Okay, there you go. Okay. 1 versus 8.
Okay.
Who advances, ear-holding Hoculi or liquid intake management? Great. That's great. We're showing somebody launching at Hoculi's head right now on the screen. What do you got for me?
Yeah, I mean, I think these are both pretty strong, honestly.
Okay.
Ear-holding Hoculi, liquid intake management.
Yes.
There's something just kind of the one that's surprising. I'm going to go with liquid intake.
It's the UMBC. Wow. It's UMBC. Oh my goodness. Okay, liquid intake management advances.
I mean, of course, you got to. And there's a couple of Hoculis now, but
yes.
There's something about just the random liquid intake management that I like.
Okay, that advances. And then now that will take on the winner of 4 versus 5. Tastes like victory or spasm of insanity? What do you got?
Well, Taste Like Victory reminds me of my very first football team, which was Taste Like Chicken.
By the way, the avatar that we just put on the screen, we're seeing these for the first time. It's me and the Robert Duvall lid from Apocalypse Now. It tastes like victory. That's not bad, man. I don't know if that influences. Well, you got Spasm of Insanity. Put it up. We got that one up here too. Oh my God, it's you. Oh my God, it's you as Hannibal Lecter, Paul. Spasm of Insanity with the face guard over it. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I can't see it. I don't know.
I know.
Spasm of Insanity jumps out to me more than Taste Like Victory.
Okay, very good. Spasm of Insanity advances. All right, now let's get to the other side of the bracket. The number 3 seed, Height of Zimmerness, versus the 6 seed, Chestnut's Colonoscopy. What do you got?
Right? You have to include Joey, right?
You got it. The avatar is some doctor putting a rubber glove on behind Joey Chestnut's mouth open to eat a hot dog. I think that I've got to admit.
By the way, I don't even need to see that avatar to know that's your winner.
Well, let's move on anyway. Scars of Danucci versus Lombardi Lenny's Waterweight. What do you got for me on that?
Scars of Danucci.
Let's reveal what Lombardi Lenny's Waterweight avatar would have looked like anyway. Let's see what we got. Let's put it up on the screen as Scars of Danucci advances. Hold on a minute. There it is. Oh, he's like Fat Albert next to a very skinny Tom Brady. Okay, very good.
That's pretty funny.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunately not going to make any good. Well done, though, Smitch. All right, let's move on to the final. Liquid Intake Management versus Spasm of Insanity. What do you got? Who advances?
Liquid Intake Management.
All right, that moves on. And then what moves on? Scars of Danucci or Chestnut's Colonoscopy?
Here's the thing. Now, I can only hear this. Is it just Chestnut's Colonoscopy, or is it going to be the full Joey Chestnut?
Let's go with Joey Chestnut's Colonoscopy. Yeah, that's
because it just makes a difference.
Like the exclamation point on Dench. I get it. You're a stickler.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
The devil's in the details. And that's why Joey Chestnut's Colonoscopy is going to advance.
And then who wins? Liquid Intake Management or Joey Chestnut's Colonoscopy, which, to be honest with you, is I think they're kind of related. They're in the same world of hygiene and biology, I think.
Yeah.
What do you got? And science.
Well, yeah, it's true because, you have to, as Joey Chestnut would say, you got to dip those hot dog buns in the pool of water because it's a two-handed process. Yeah. And there's a lot of liquid intake management.
Yes.
When you're swallowing about 75 Nathan's dogs, and that's why the most important thing out of all of this is what happens afterward, and that's going to boil down to what's going on in that colonoscopy. That's why Joey Chestnut's Colonoscopy is the name of your fantasy team.
Making the change right now.
All right. What a stirring conclusion. And here we go. It's a great avatar too. It's a great avatar. I can't wait. I'll text it to you when we're done here. You're gonna love it.
In his rubber glove
you're gonna definitely think, why did I think about anything else when you see this, Paul?
Well, as an avid viewer of the hot dog eating contest every 4th of July, I'm excited that you've now brought in. Normally, we hear football players' names. You've brought in a world-class eater into the world of fantasy football, and for that, I commend you.
Thank you, sir. It's all about competitive eating or competition. It's all about that, Paul, as you know. Bless you, sir. Thank you for your time out of your very busy schedule.
I might have to rename one of my teams Kobayashi's.
Kobayashi's perineum? What do you think?
I'm going to do that. Has nothing really to do with any sort of competitive eating.
No.
It's still nice to think about.
Kobayashi's perineum. You're welcome.
Wow.
That's a thank you gift for doing this once again, Paul.
All right, Kobayashi's perineum.
There you go.
Wait to see my avatar.
Love you, Paul Rudd. Thanks for the time. You're the best. Thanks for the call.
Thanks, Rich.
There you go. Paul Rudd, everybody.
The great Paul Rudd.
Joey Chestnut's Colonoscopy.
Wow, 6 seed. How about that?
I think you underseeded it.